Welcome everyone to another session of the Visionary Speaker Series of One Earth Live. And today it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce my dear brother and dear friend, Bharat Mitra, who is a true visionary who has devoted his life to bring consciousness and spirit into the business world. He's the co-founder of Organic India. Many of you have probably tried the delicious Tulsi teas, and also the co-founder of Uplift and Global Days of Unity. Welcome, Bharat. So great to have you here.
Brother Chris, wonderful to be with you.
Amazing. So I'd like you to share a little bit. The first question actually I wanted to ask you is, which I've actually been asking everybody over this weekend, is we're in this big moment of breakdown, and it's so easy to focus on what's breaking down and the fear, but what actually for you is breaking through at this time?
Well, we need to be present to discover. I think what breaking down is the arrogance, as if we're in control, the arrogance of knowing, the arrogance of being unavailable to the creative intelligence, to the mystery that we're all part of, and all the systems that are based in delusion of separation are breaking down because they're unsustainable. They're so disconnected from our true nature and from Mother Nature that they are bound to break down, and we see it in every aspect of our living on the planet. It is essential that we have the courage to remain humble. It is essential that we don't fill up the void with artificial solutions of how, again, we're the ones who are going to fix everything, and all we are capable of doing is repeating the same old, same old, same old. There is a moment that life is calling on all of us to stop, truly stop. And in stopping, there is a spaciousness in which a revelation is awaiting for all of us. But if we're the one who are going to create with best intentions, but if we're the one who are going to create the next phase, it's bound to be limited to all that we already know. So I'm deeply, deeply, deeply inspired and excited to not know anything and be still and quiet and present, to participate in ways that we don't know. So I will say that there is a rare invitation from life to all of us to fall in love with the unknown, and to be available fearlessly and courageously to participate in ways that are going to surprise us from a place of humbleness, from a place of connection, the heart space, where we know, where we are already one.
Beautiful. But you know, this feeling of the unknown is, we're so conditioned to dread the unknown, because we're always trying to grab and attach ourselves to what is predictable and known. So how how do we allow ourselves to flow into the unknown with grace and ease and trust?
In every moment, for each and every one of us, there is a choice to make: fear or trust.
Mm.
And it's essential for each and every one of us to inquire within about both, about the nature of fear and about the nature of trust. And when you say that we're so conditioned to buy into fear of the unknown, it's true, but it's only a conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
And we are not slaves of our past when we are awake to who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, trust is not the absence of fear. Trust is, in spite of fear, to choose love, to value love, to recognize that the nature of fear is based on past, projecting into non-existent future, and being caught in a cycle that is lifeless. So while those conditioning of fear of the unknown presenting themselves, each one of us have a moment. Do I get sucked into habits of identifying myself with fear? Or am I willing to keep still, to stop, and to see it for what it is? And when you do, there is an instant liberation from the habit to identify with fear and to treat the unknown as something to be afraid of. The unknown is the home of the heart. The unknown is where we are fully alive and present. The unknown is the nature of God. The unknown is the only place that we are truly safe. In presence, in that which is prior and beyond time.
Mm.
So trusting not all that we've been conditioned and programmed, but trusting the intuition, trusting the reality of our own heart space, which is right here present, calling us to wake up to the truth of who we are. For too long, out of the fear of the unknown, we kept on creating what we thought was the best solutions. But everything which is limited to our own ideas and concepts, inevitably, it is disconnected from a much higher intelligence, from a much greater potential, which is to participate as vehicles of consciousness, as vehicles of love, as vehicles of God's presence on earth. Because in truth, this is the potential of each and every one of us. And unless we are fulfilling the purpose for which we are here, something is always going to be missing.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah, I can feel that deep resonance in that sharing. Thank you. So tell me a little bit about Uplift, such an amazing project. Can you share to our global community, who's probably, many of these people probably have not heard of Uplift before, but I'd love you to share in your own words what Uplift is and what the invitation is.
So first, I don't feel that Uplift is a project. I feel
Great.
in my experience, Uplift is a spontaneous emergence that is happening as a response of ignited hearts who came together initially for a very honest inquiry of what's possible when we sit in a circle, naked, free of agendas, available to discover how the collective wisdom, how the collective skills and gifts of all of us might reveal when we are just in service of unity, of peace, of love. And Uplift is unity, peace, and love in the field of transcendence. And the reality of the field of transcendence is truly important to understand deeply. The field of transcendence is where we are no longer caught in trying to fix the past. The field of transcendence is the recognition that a lot of the disharmony that we are experiencing in the world is a direct reflection of the collective consciousness that we all share. So rather than try to fix the reflection of confusion, we're shifting our awareness to first and foremost and honestly change ourselves first. Remove confusion of separation first and foremost within oneself and discover ways that by coming together we are allowing a revelation of new possibilities to emerge, which are not guided by our own agendas and ideas. So the field of transcendence is a unifying field for many different expressions of service, many different communities from different walks of life, from different cultures and traditions and nationalities and age groups that have the same calling at heart to participate in allowing a new way of being to emerge that is only possible as a discovery, as a revelation. So it's a little bit like different master musicians that each one have been dedicating their lives to know how to play their instrument in a way that is really in service of music. But then, when we come together, we understand that only by coming together, only an orchestra is capable of playing the new symphony that we are passionate and inspired to serve. We need a new symphony. It's not about fixing up the part of the old noise. It really is about coming together as an orchestra to play a new symphony, to create a spaciousness in which a new paradigm can reveal, can emerge, to co-create a whole that is transcending the sum of its parts. That's the heart of what Uplift is about.
Yeah, it's definitely a great sort of coalescing field of all possibilities, which is amazing, and all genres and all types of people, which is a great invitation for Uplift. And tell us about the Global Days of Unity. That's been such a great initiative that's been happening now for a few months. Unfortunately, well, fortunately and unfortunately, within this COVID time. So as we've had to pivot, as you know. So can you share a little bit about the Global Days of Unity?
Oh, with great happiness. We are so grateful. We are so inspired. Global Days of Unity is a very natural emergence from the field of Uplift. A beautiful, authentic expression of what the field of transcendence is about, to be a unifying field for beings of light, for beings of service, for communities, for organizations, for movement, for platforms. But what we are uniting around is not an external objective. It's not a belief system. It's not a lifestyle. We're actually uniting energetically through the recognition that unity is already what is. We cannot unite because we are already united. So it is not about a specific activity. It really is, Global Days of Unity is a calling of the heart to all of those who are in service of upliftment for humanity and for the earth. All those who are passionate about seeing a meaningful change, to take a moment to consider that in order for a meaningful change to emerge, it will happen through I realize that the computer is making, okay.
Wasn't coming through this side.
Good. There was a disturbance on my screen, so I was concerned that it might interfere, but that a meaningful change will happen when we have the honesty and the courage and the humbleness to first change ourselves. I feel that our global family of service, of love, of light, before we are trying to change the world, we must first and foremost and truthfully take a look at ourselves. We must find a meaningful, truthful, deep way to align our energies, our creativity, our presence. So Global Days of Unity is a unifying field every third weekend of every month. It's not a one-off day on the calendar. It's actually having a rhythm. Every third weekend of every month, whoever you are, whatever you do, let us all energetically connect, to infuse this whole planet with vibration, with frequencies of love, of light, of unity, of peace. So there are unbelievable, diverse individuals and communities that are answering the same call. There are meditations, there are singing circles, there are storytellings, there are breathing, there are children's, there are elder people, there are spiritual communities, and there are heartivist, which is an evolved activist, which is not fighting against, but is being present to act from the reality of oneness, the reality of the heart. We are a few days after the last Global Days of Unity, and for those who haven't been exposed to the energy field which is being created when so many beings of light are coming together to infuse our planet with love and light, please visit Global Days of Unity and find within your own heart your own authentic way to join, to contribute, because we are at a very special times that truly calling on all of us to inquire within and to find fresh ways of being in service. And maybe, just maybe, it's not about the different actions that we can take in the world. It is about who we are. It is about shifting our awareness to understand that it is by shifting our own consciousness that some of the changes that we would love to see in the world will emerge naturally. But without the global family, without the global community of light, of love, of unity coming together in a meaningful way, our ability to inspire those who are maybe a bit farther, our ability to do so is limited. Mm-hmm. So I love to take this moment and to invite everyone who is watching this. This is a moment for the global family of love and consciousness, of service, of love, to come together, to celebrate together, to create this huge energetic impact on the planet. Every third weekend of every month, this is our time to live, to be an embodiment of unity in action, and to allow the spaciousness in which a whole new way of being together will emerge. Global Days of Unity. Welcome.
So for all of you wonderful global community, dear friends, globaldaysofunity.com, we invite you all to come, please join and sign up on our mailing list so you can get all the latest updates. And the third weekend of every month, we'll be having this regular pulse and this regular coming together as one global family to raise the frequency. Would you like to share a few more words to the global community, Bharat, or what would be your closing words?
Closing words. No words.
Mm-hmm.
No words coming. Let's not miss this opportunity, this moment. It's such a rare and precious beyond words time to be alive. And how essential it is that we have the courage to stop and to inquire first within, find stillness and silence and clarity. And be available. Each and every one of us is essential. Each and every one of us is a unique expression of love, of light. And I'm very honored to be with you, Chris, and to be with all of those that might see this conversation, this sharing, and my love and gratitude for each and every one who is present. Because if you stay through this conversation, it means that you have in your own heart a calling to be in service, to participate, to serve. My love and gratitude.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to dance together in the field of transcendence and to allow the full potential of these days to emerge through the conscious evolutionary actions of all of us. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you for your amazing devotion to uplifting humanity. Really love working with you. So appreciate you. Love you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris, beloved brother.
Thank you, beautiful global community. And don't forget, please come and check out globaldaysofunity.com and uplift.love. And we can't wait to see you in the field and dance with you in the field of transcendence. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone.
Welcome.
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 Namaste.
Welcome
to the Global Days of Unity.
From the minute that I heard about Global Days of Unity, I understood that it was the thing for this time. The incredible coming together of people, music, song, prayer, that it's like a massive infusion of energy into consciousness, into the world. And what I love about it is it's completely accessible by anyone, anywhere. And let's create that togetherness and that cohesion third weekend of every month.
Deep inhale to the center.
Today at this session, we have a wonderful panel, wonderful presenters.
It brings together a unity that I don't think has ever really truly been done correctly. And just learning about the initiative makes my heart warm.
Put our thought into it, we put intention into it, it can just be so powerful and can become so huge and have such a big impact.
I think what inspires me the most about the Global Days of Unity initiative is the experimental aspect of it, right? Like this thing has never been done before. We've tried so many different things. We haven't tried people coming together with a sense of intention and joy. Let's try something new. Let's see what humanity can be. And I'm excited about that possibility.
If we send out love, then the world responds with love. So in Global Days of Unity, just imagine the consequence of a large number of people sending out wonderful thoughts of love, peace, and harmony, because we can change this planet just by the thinking of those wonderful thoughts. And in community, we re-empower each other, but we can also empower the world.
I want to invite you
The third weekend of every month.
Let us be together.
To the Global Days of Unity.
Welcome home.